Hello everybody, this is tacomasterk here, and oh my god, it's been so long. I just got done streaming some Quiplash, and I thought to myself, I was like, I haven't made a video in a while, so I might as well and give you an update because I did a poll on Twitter, and you guys told me you basically want me to make a video explaining why I've been gone and what's been happening. So, basically, this all started on like, I don't even know, like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. I woke up and I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. The night before I had been like a little itchy and I didn't really know why. And like 3 o'clock in the morning I woke up and my knees kind of hurt. And it felt like the joints hurt, kind of. Like if you sit in a weird position too long and then it kind of like hurts to bend your knees and stuff, that's what it felt like. So like, oh, I'll just straighten my legs. And like, elevate them a little bit, like put them on a pillow or something. Then, I wake up that morning, my knees are so red, they're so swollen, my elbows are red and swollen, and like, you know how, like if you've ever gotten like a really bad sunburn, and it kind of feels like your skin's really tight, and if you move it at all, it's kind of like a burning, stinging kind of pain. It was like that, but if someone gave you an Indian sunburn, which is when they take your hand, like your arm usually, and they go like this, really hard on your skin. It felt like someone gave me an Indian sunburn with a really bad sunburn. Every time I walked, and the pain was so bad. And it wasn't itchy at first. So that was the first day, and eventually after walking around for a little while my joints got used to it and they kind of stretched out a little bit and they felt good. So I was like, okay, it's just red and swollen, which is weird. So I took an ibuprofen, which is an anti-inflammatory and a pain reliever, and it kind of helped a little bit, and I iced my knees and my elbows. So I was feeling okay, and then the next day it was way worse. Like, the pain went from, like, a 3 to an 8 overnight, and I couldn't even rest my arms on anything. If I rested my arms just normally on something, like if it was, like, the arms of a chair, or, like, basically anything. Like, it felt like, even though it was the regular, like, forearm part of my arm, if I rested it on anything, it felt like a pinched nerve going up through this. Through the inside of my forearm, all the way up to my hand. And my hands had a rash on them, my feet had a rash, my hips had a rash on them, my inner thighs, I mean like back here, over here had a rash, and it was just so painful. And at this point it was really itchy. So I went to the hospital. They had no idea what was wrong with me. I was there for like 4 hours, and all they did was gave me a prescription for a 1-ounce tube of over-the-counter hydrocortisone cream. At this point, I didn't even care that I was itchy because I have aloe. I already have hydrocortisone cream here for when we go camping because we get a lot of bug bites. Like, we have so much anti-itch stuff. It's ridiculous. Like, I didn't care about the itching. I just wanted the pain and swelling to go away. And so they told me to take more ibuprofen, and I did, and it didn't help at all. So I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. Oh my god! This thing has been in my hair all stream, and I have no idea what it is. It's like a little particle or something. I don't know what it is. So anyway, this happened Saturday. This was the first day. And then Sunday was when I went to the hospital. And I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. So I went through the next day, pretty much just in bed all day. It wasn't as bad as Sunday. Sunday was the worst day. And I went to the doctor's on Tuesday, and I told the doctor basically what had happened. At this point, the rash was still there. It wasn't nearly as bad, but it was still there. And my lips had swollen up. Swelled up. They got swollen. And it literally looked like I got Botox, but it was because of whatever happened. I'm like sweating and I'm getting shiny. It's so gross. It's so hot in here. But I don't know if you can hear my fan going, but I told the doctor everything, and she told me basically that the appearance of the rash on my skin, because it was making welts and it was making lumps and stuff, which it might be coming back because I have a welt right here. I don't know if you can see that, the red, but that's a big welt right there. She said the appearance of the rash, like the redness, the patterns, and the welts themselves looked like a fungal rash, but the joint pain and stuff was characteristic of an autoimmune disorder. So they basically did extra tests on me, and they referred me to a rheumatologist. And if you don't know what a rheumatologist is a doctor that specializes in rheumatoid arthritis, which is one of the worst kinds of arthritis, which my grandmother has. And it's genetic. So I was kind of like, oh no. And they gave me, they tested me and they said, if we find anything, we're going to call you. And they called me and said that of all the tests they did, the only one that turned up, like had a red flag that turned up any results, was lupus. If you don't know what lupus is, it's a little bit different from a lot of autoimmune disorders like AIDS and stuff. Like a lot of autoimmune disorders, your immune system is like non-existent. It doesn't work. It doesn't protect you against anything. Like if somebody coughs into the air like 10 feet away and even one little particle like touches like your eyes or gets in your nose or your mouth or whatever, you'll get sick. Like you can get sick from anything. With something like lupus, it's different. Your immune system works too hard and it looks for things to attack all the time. So people with lupus usually don't get sick that much, but their body, like our bodies attack itself, which is the joint pain, the swelling, the rash, because that's characteristic of an allergic reaction usually. And when an allergic reaction happens, your body reacts like that because it's like, oh my god, I'm being attacked, I have to defend myself. Because when you have an allergic reaction, your body sees that as poison, kind of. But, your body is the attacker and your body is responding like, oh my god, something's attacking me, I need to defend myself. Oh, swell up and hurt. And it hurts really bad. But I went to the rheumatologist. I wasn't supposed to go until August 30th, which is a long ways away. But, like, the day... Was it? I think it was, Tuesday. This past Tuesday. I got a call right before the office closed, and they said they had a cancellation so I could go in the next day in the morning. And I was like, yes! I'm gonna go in. And, they said they'll discuss the test results more in depth with me, and I got there and the doctor said that my results were very strange because even though the lupus test registered, I do not have it. She said that there are two antibodies. I think there's a protein and an antibody that they test for lupus. The first one, I forgot what it is. It's the protein. It begins with an A. I forgot. She said I tested negative for that. But the second part of it, usually when people test positive for the first protein, they test positive for the second one as well, and if they test negative for the first, they test negative for the second. The second is an antibody, and I tested positive for the antibody, but negative for the protein. She said that's very weird, that usually never happens. She said she's never seen it before. And I had, like, antibodies that cause inflammation, too. So she has no idea what happened to me, and she has no idea what I have. Everything else came up completely negative. So they ordered a special panel for me, a special blood panel that ships off to California, and I get that in a week. So by this coming Wednesday, I should know what's happening. Hopefully, at least. And I hope it doesn't happen again, but like every time I get itchy and I get like a welt anywhere, I get super nervous. I'm like, oh no, don't happen again, please. because I could not do anything. It hurt so bad. My hands got so swollen, everything got so swollen. Like, I couldn't open doors myself, I couldn't open water bottles myself, I couldn't hold anything heavier than a glass of water. I couldn't dress myself, I couldn't do anything because it hurt too much to do anything. So, yeah, I have no idea what's wrong with me, but that's basically what's been happening. And I had a family medical emergency even before this happened, which is fine now. The person's fine. But everything's been going down. Everything's been going down, and it's been stressing me out, and that doesn't help because a lot of these things can get triggered by stress. So even if I've had lupus my whole life, I've been going through a lot of stress lately, so that could have triggered a flare-up. And I don't know. So that's basically what's been going on with me. And I was gonna say I have two stories to tell you guys, but I'm just gonna tell you the one, because like one thing's not really a story. It happened at the hospital. Basically, the doctor came in and she said, like, the first thing the doctor said to me when they walked in at the hospital was, "So we're probably not gonna be able to help you." I'm like, really? You don't say that to somebody when they come in with excruciating pain that they have no idea where it came from. You don't do that. But, like, that's pretty much the only thing that happened at the hospital. And they didn't help me. They just gave me anti-itch cream. That didn't even work. It was so weak. But, I went to my doctor's, and they ordered, like, I told my doctor about everything, that happened when I had the rash, and she said that she was going to order extra tests for me to test for any autoimmune diseases. So I was like, okay. And I go down to the place, the little room to take blood, and the lady sits me in the chair. She's like, okay, so she has some extra blood panels for you today, but we have another test. And I was kind of listening to her, but I was kind of tuning her out because I was really tired at this point, and I didn't eat anything yet. It was it was past lunchtime already, I think, by the time I, like, got down to the blood place. And, like, to get an accurate blood test, you can't eat anything past a certain time. So I was pretty hungry. And on top of that, it was hot and gross. But so I kind of wasn't really listening to her, but I was. So I was just like, take my blood and let me leave, please. But I swear to God, and it's on my record that I'm a female. You can see that I'm a female, and I was born a female. I swear to God, this lady said, okay, we're gonna give you a cup to give a seminal sample and bring it to the hospital. I'm like, what? And I kind of brushed it off. I was like, I don't think she said that, because the record's right in front of them, and they can clearly see that I am a female. So then they take the blood. She takes forever to do it because she keeps leaving the room and coming back. So she tells me, okay, you're gonna have to wait here. By the way, we were rushing because my mom had a doctor's appointment in like 20 minutes from then, and we thought we were gonna have plenty of time, but this little girl took so long just to take my blood. And she's like, okay, we're gonna wait here. We're gonna get a cup for you to give this sample. I'm like, okay. So another nurse comes in, and they're both looking at this paper like, what is this? I've never seen this test before. And they leave the room. They leave for like 10 minutes. And then they come back. One of them comes back without the paper. And she's like, okay, so basically, I've never seen this test before. I don't know why he ordered it. My doctor's a woman. So they obviously they printed some other person's test on my stuff. But she's like, oh, this test, I've never really seen this test, but basically you have to give the sample in the cup and then you have to bring it to Charlton. Charlton is the other hospital, which is like 2 cities over. It's so far. And we have another hospital in the same city. I don't know why we wouldn't bring it to that hospital, but whatever. So she's like, so you have to bring it to this hospital within 45 minutes of giving the sample, and which that hospital is like 45 minutes away, so that's not possible. And she said you have to be abstinent for 7 days, and I'm thinking like, what is she talking about? And then I stop her. I'm like, so is this a stool sample? She's like, no. Okay. Is it a urine sample? No, but it's in a... No, I was like, is it a urine sample? She's like, no, but it's in a urine cup. I'm like, so it's stool? She's like, no. And then she looks at the paper. She's like, I don't know. I'm like, how do you not know? You can't make me give a sample if you're not gonna first of all tell me what the sample is. Like, you can't just be like, I don't know. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna leave, and you can call me if you want me to come back and give you whatever sample you want. And they're like, okay. And then we just walked out, and my mom and I were like, what the fuck? Like, how do you not know? Like, you need to know these things, and you... oh my god. I cannot stand the doctors, because they're a bunch of idiots. They're so stupid. Like, you need to know these things. You need to know what you're saying. You need to know what tests you're giving people. You need to know about them in case you get any questions. And you need to know what kind of sample you want this person to give before just straight up, like, they didn't even say, they were like, give me the, put the sample in the cup. I'm like, what sample? They're like, I don't know. Like, do you want me to trim my toenails and put it in there? What do you want me to do? I got so mad. I was itching all over. I'm like, let's get out of here. And we just ran out. We're like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. So yeah, that was my little story of when I went to the doctors. So basically that's what's been happening. And I'm trying to get a job. I've been going, I've been filling out applications for jobs. Because I want to make money. I obviously want to make money, but, like, I might blush when I say this, but I started, I activated donations on my Twitch account because there's somebody that I have been talking to for quite a while, and we're kind of together, and we've never met in person before, so we really want to meet each other because our birthdays are really close together, and we thought it would be cool if I could go visit them during, like, in August, which is when, our birthdays are both in the same month. So, yeah. I've been, like, kind of stressed out trying to get a job and stuff, because I really want to do that, because I've never been... I would love to treat myself, and I would love to travel away from the East Coast and kind of get out there. So, yeah, that's going on too. I just got really mellow when I said that, but basically, like, pretty much, yeah, we're really, really into each other, and we want to see each other so bad. But, like, I don't have, neither of us have a lot of money, and like plane tickets and the trip and everything is so expensive, and I need help. So yeah, that's trying to get help with that. But so that's pretty much everything that's been going on, and I hope to be uploading soon. I have a video that I haven't exported yet that it's done. I edited everything. All I have to do is export it, but it's kind of a long video, so it'll take a long time. It'll take like 3 hours to export, even though it's like 40 minutes. But it's in 60 frames per second because I tried out my new camera. So you'll get to see my new camera. It's not this one. It's in 60 frames per second. So that's why it's taking so long to render. But yeah. So that's all I wanted to say. I feel like I was like constantly looking at my face. I'm like, don't blush, don't blush, don't blush. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that's been going on. I wanted to make a video to tell you guys because I've been meaning to, but I keep forgetting, and I feel like you guys should know. Also, we hit 130 tacos, which is amazing. And you guys are all amazing. I love you all. Thank you to the newcomers of the channel. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading, but if you watch this whole video, you can tell, like, well, not you can tell, you can find out why I haven't been uploading that much. But I plan to be starting to record more because I'm getting everything sorted out, and I'm going to be starting school in the fall, so I'm going to be pre-recording videos for that because it's 15 weeks of school, so I'll record 15 videos and put them out in their respective times. So that's pretty much all I have to say, and thanks for watching. Bye!